So paper 2, mainly in the claim drafting part, there are two sections, C1 and C2. C1 and C2 will have choices. C1 will have two questions, out of which you have to draft one. And in C2 also, there will be two choices, out of which you will draft one. Okay. So let me share this screen. Can you see my screen? Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the parts of specification. Before that, I would like to discuss the which question we are talking about. Paper 2. Normally, this is how paper 2 will come. In paper 2, part A, part B, part C will be there. Part C will have two questions. One of 20 marks, another of 30 marks. This is how the question paper will appear. Part A, part B, part C. Part C, there will be part C1, in which the first question talks about, after reading the specification, you have to draft a title, abstract, or and draft 5 claims. It can be 2 claims, it can be 2 independent claims, whatever. Sometimes it changes, but this is how paper 2 will come. First question will be talking about title, abstract, and claim of 20 marks. Then there are 8 and 9. You can choose either one invention where you will attempt title, abstract, and claim drafting. Then there is a part C2. Here they have given a technical information to you and they want you to draft a complete specification with at least one claim and title and any one of the following description for filing the Indian Patent Office. And there again they say that do not redraw the figures, but you can refer the figures whatever have been mentioned in the specification. This will be a 30 marker question. Recent one we can see in 2022. Same thing. In 2022 also, provide an appropriate title, draft an abstract, maximum 150 words, draft 2 claims. Then again 8 and 9, there is a choice. And then part C2, same thing, technical information, complete specification, at least 2 claim, and a title for any one of the following description. Along with complete specification, do not redraw the figures. So this is how it will come. See, since title, abstract, and claims are common in both the scenario, so my guess is that 20 marks are for both. In both are allotted for title, abstract, and claims. And another 10 marks is for the rest of the specification which you have to write. That's how we can understand how it would have been classified. Okay. Now, when there are few answer sheets, which I have discussed in first class also, but now just showing you how the answer sheet in paper 2 can reflect. This is how the paper 2 first page will be there. Please note this part. 2 questions she has attempted, 12 and 15. This is incorrect. It is a 10th one, wrongly written here. 12 and 15, total 27 marks in 50. This is the In questions, see, this is how first title has been given, then claim was discussed, claim has been drafted, and abstract was provided in a new page. Well, 20 out of 12, that means we are getting 60% marks here. Then comes part C2, again, see, title, then there is a format that has been followed. This field of invention, then comes background, and then object, then summary, then brief description. She could not complete the paper because she could summary, brief description, she could not complete because of paucity of time. So claim, see, and then abstract was also missing. In this, she got in abstract. See, it got 3 here in claims, 10 here for entire background, name, title, field of invention, background, object, and the format. 10 plus 3, and the abstract also she could not complete. In total, he has given 15. That means almost 50%. Another one is related to 2016 paper. That was the 2023 answer sheet. This is a 16. Please note, this candidate could not get any mark here. Part A, part B. Major portion is 12 and 17. Total he is getting 29 out of 50. Okay. So he is getting 58% marks. Now, title, abstract, and claims properly written. Got 12 here for writing title, abstract, and claims. Then comes this title, field of invention, background of invention properly written, summary of invention properly written, description of drawings written, description properly written, figure 1, figure 2, illustration complete, claim, next page. He has mentioned, but he has not used, but claim should have been started from next page. Then proper claim has been drafted. Abstract has been given, fully attempted. Total question, marks given 17. Okay. Another one, this candidate could not qualify, but let's see his marks. Again, see 8, 6, 40. He could not get 50% in each. Problem, we have to see. See this. Here he started. Title got 2. This he got 3. Name of abstract. Abstract is incorrect. Then come claim, another 3. Form 2. See, either complete specification. He has followed the form 2 format. For format, he has given 2. It is 2 for title. See, temperature regulating cookware, 2. Then format, fine. Background, field of invention, he was not happy with that. Background invention, he was not happy. Object of invention, fine. Summary this. Total, he could only get 2 more here. And that's how. Claim was also not provided. Abstract got him 2. So each and every place marks are divided. So we can understand why this, the analysis of all these answer sheet which we have, that title is around 2 or 3 marks, abstract is around 8, 10 marks for the claim. 10 marks are for the claim, and another 10 marks for the format of specification and other things. With this understanding, we will be moving forward. This is again a guess, but this seems logical that 8 marks should be given to abstract, 10 to claims, and similarly, when a person is evaluating, how he will be allotting the marks within the 20 or within the 30 mark question. Okay. Again, so this is how answer sheets do reflect. So the idea is to get around 60 marks in the exam. The 2 copies which of 2023, both are my students. One has strictly followed what I have said, and others perhaps missed it. But yes, he also tried to follow the same. We will go to the session 7, which we are going to start. Okay. This was the last time we had discussed post-dating. I have included an example also for your better understanding. It took a little more time than what I expected. So I will be releasing this document today, along with this parts of specification also. Somehow I'm experiencing another software glitch. It's not allowing me to edit it. So come to this parts of specification. Yes. So when you are drafting, parts of specification are important. What are the parts of specification? Can anyone tell? Complete specification is filed in which form?
Form 2.
This is Form 2.
Yes, be confident. Form 2, correct. So let's go to the Form 2. What rules have prescribed us is this. See, it talks about Form 2. Provisional or complete specification has to be filed under this. The section deals with section 10 and rule 13. Title of invention has to be given. That is the first thing which you have to write when you are attempting a complete specification question. Title of invention, then applicant's name, nationality, and address has to be given. Then preamble to the description has to be given. If it is a provisional, this line has to be replicated as it is. The following specification describes the invention. And if it is a complete specification, this line has to be as it is copied. The following specification particularly describes the invention and the manner in which it is to be performed. Please remember, the difference is particularly describes and the manner in which it is to be performed. Then there is a description. Once description is finished, then claim. And claim should start from separate page. And it should always start from I or V claim as per the number of applicants. Then comes date and signature. And date and signature will be there. Signature will be done by patent agent on the behalf of applicant. Then comes abstract of invention. Abstract will be given along with the complete specification on separate page. That means this is also part of a specification was being considered. So even in complete specification, you should not forget writing the abstract. And abstract will be the last part, not the first part. You cannot jumble the series. Okay, so let's understand what part of specifications are and what you have to write there. Even as a patent agent, you have to write the same thing, but while writing as attempting the answer, please remember, you should not forget the sequence and what has to be written, and focus on the word limit also. One question which is always asked, how much time should I dedicate to the claim drafting? Specifically in the paper 2. In paper 2, we have to remember that paper 2 is of 180 minutes. of which you can always keep 30 minutes outside. And for 150 minutes, you should try to attempt the paper. 30 minutes is a buffer which will be used in structuring the questions, structuring the answers for the questions in all the descriptive answers, as well as identifying the element, having the draft of the claims in rough and then copying it. So all those things will take time. And sometimes if you are in a time crunch, then also 30-minute buffer will help you. There are various things which can go wrong while attempting a paper. You might have chosen a wrong invention. After reading that particular invention, you found that this was not easy. I'm not understanding anything. Then you have to fall back to something else. You started writing, you got title also, but you could not draft the claim because elements are missing. You could not identify all the elements of the invention. So you are in panic mode. All those things happen in the exam. So please be calm and focus that. First, identify the elements. How to attempt is simple. First, identify the invention. If you identify, go for the claims. Write in rough and then start. Because claims have to be drafted in both questions. Claims, please identify. The claim will give you an idea of everything. Abstract can be also written because of the invention identification as well as the title. That will not take much time. So most important part is identifying the claims, identify the elements of the invention and properly arranging and drafting the claim. Okay. So let's go with the first parts of specification. Okay. See, this is the format. You have to start with title and how you will write title. There are two specific things in title: indicative or subject matter of the invention and disclose the specific feature of the invention. If title talks about these two things, title is perfect. That is, it should talk about the subject matter as well as disclose the specific feature. It is said that it need not be same as the preamble of the main claim, but however, in general, in practicality, we have seen that preamble of the main claim actually forms the title for many of the patent applications. It need not be same, but if it is same, that's not a problem. Then comes, it should be precise and definite as soon as possible as you can get. And don't go for fancy expression or ambiguity. It should be easy. When you are talking about an invention, the moment you see the title, you should understand what field it is related to and what it is going to talk about. Then title should not exceed 15 words. That means 15, the statutory limit. Please don't exceed 10 words there. Title, because title are always very small. In 10 words, you will aptly describe the invention. Not a problem there. Then comes applicants. There will be no applicant name there. You can only write name, nationality, and address. That will give you the format complete. Then comes the preamble. Preamble, this is the line which you have to add as it is copy. The following specification particularly describes the invention and the manner in which it has to be performed. Then comes field of invention and use of invention. When you're talking about field of invention, there are two things which you will be writing here. The purpose of this particular field is they want to know what kind of industrial use you are looking for. Hence, first you write the subject matter. The invention relates to whatever it is relating to. Then the advantage of invention, as may be mentioned, to bring out clearly the areas of application and preferable use of the invention. So what we are substantiating here is industrial applicability of the invention. Then comes the fourth part. It talks about the background. Background invention will be that it will state actually mainly you focus on problem solving approach. If you state that this is the prior art existing, this is the problem, and this is how invention seeks to improve upon the existing prior art, that will help you in the background of invention. It indicates the status of technology in the field of invention with reference to development field, including patent and pending patent applications. When the relates to improvement. Suppose it is an improvement over existing product, a short statement or closest prior art known should be given. Now comes objects of invention. This is also to be written objects. Objects as to what problem you are solving. That solution should be written in this format. First is the main object, the principal object of this invention. Then other objects should be provided. Another object of this invention, further object of this invention. That's how you write. Please remember, if you cannot write all 3, 2, at least write 1 so that the format is complete and you have answered the question. Answer this filled with the objects of invention column. Then comes summary. Summary of invention is you have to write here the distinguishing features of the invention for which protection is desired, what you are asking for, and the part is intended to declare different aspect of the invention. However, it is not a you can say it is not the detailed description. Here only distinguishing feature of the invention should be provided in brief. How all this will happen, we will see in the practical scenarios. Then comes brief description of drawings. After summary, there is a brief description of drawing. Drawing will, you have to enlist figure 1, figure 2, and figure 1 illustrates this, figure 2 illustrates that. That kind of a language will be used. Then comes detailed description of invention. This is similar to what we have read earlier. We have to describe in sufficient detail so as the complete picture is provided. Fully and particularly describe the invention, clearly distinguishing it from the closest prior art. Nature of improvement or modification affected with respect to prior art should be clearly and sufficiently described. You can give example and drawings. Disclosure of invention in a complete specification should be such that person of average skill and average knowledge in India should be able to perform the invention based on what is disclosed in the specification. If you are referring and drawing, this language can be used. This invention is illustrated with help of accompanying drawings and the number, figure number, and other things. Any other terms you have used, for example, in English, you are using a French word, please do provide its English equivalent to make it understandable to examiner. Then comes drawing. So drawing has to be provided in a separate sheet. It will be an A4 sheet. In A4 sheet, please note this can come also in MCQ. So that applicant name should be on left hand side. Number of sheet should be on the right hand side. The top and bottom top and left side will be 4 centimeter and other will be 3 centimeter. Simple to remember is top is more, and in the left, since your stitching is required, putting of staples is required. Hence, there should be a little more margin. When comes that there will be a sequential number also. Drawings will be sequentially numbered and systematically numbered. And all this, one thing is most important is that there should not be any descriptive manner. That you will not write any word there. Whatever you will be writing is, if you are labeling the diagram, drawings will be labeled in terms of reference number. Those reference numbers should be used in description also, so that they can be correlated with the drawing, as well as in abstract within bracket. We will see how that has been done. Then claims. Claims are very important because they define the scope of invention. Claims are drafted, which is acceptable format is preamble, transition phase, and the body. This is the acceptable format, and there will be an independent and dependent claims. I will show you how the which claims are considered independent and which claims are considered dependent claim. Claim drafting we will be learning in the next class. Abstract. Every complete specification shall be accompanied by abstract to provide technical information and invention. See, purpose of abstract is that whatever you are writing there, those words should be such that they can be used in searching this patent application. The abstract is for the purpose of searching the invention in that particular technical field. So every abstract should have a title. even if you have written a title in the one page and then you have gone for a claim, when you are writing an abstract, use title first. That is one requirement. Then comes summary of the matter content in specification. Whatever I have told in specification, I'm going to write in very brief here. Abstract cannot be more than 150 words. So focus on this, what you will talk about invention in brief, and the technical field to in which invention belongs. Second, the problem which it is solving, solution which it is providing, and principal use or uses of the invention. If it is a chemical formula, then the common chemical formula will have to come. So you can remember this like this: FPSU, field, problem, solution, use plus invention. That's what abstract should contain. If the specification contains any drawing, this is simple. If there is a drawing, then you can use that reference. If this drawing is part of abstract, but all the references which are used in drawing should be mentioned within bracket in the abstract on appropriate places. Now, abstract can be amended by controller. Controller amends it for better information of the third parties. So whatever is there, controller will amend it and they will inform that we have amended. This is the final abstract which we are approving. Okay. Now let's see everything in practical. First, title is given. Form 2, this is there. Form 2, Patent Act, this is this. Complete specification, this title, cricket bat. Then applicant's name, nationality, address. Then preamble to description as it is. The following specification particularly describes the invention and the manner in which it is to be performed. Then field. The present field we have to write. The present invention relates to equipment used in sports and more particularly to a bat used in cricket to hit a ball. So it's very clear. And if you go by the title, we had two things. One, the to what it relates to and what is its use. It's if a cricket bat, it tells that it is a cricket, what it relates to and what its use be. However, in my view, title of invention could have been better because his invention is a little different. The present invention relates to equipment used in sports and more particularly to bat used in cricket to hit a ball. Then this is an example where we understand that there is a saying that patent drafter can be its own lexicographer. So what is that? That he can coin his own definition. He can give you a rule of interpretation as his own. This is an example where the drafter has done that. However, it is not a common thing. People don't do that generally. If they are using the generic terms, the standard terms, they don't provide the definitions and they don't provide for the interpretation also. Let's go for the definition. Here he has provided the definition. Then after field, we have to go for the background. See, state background information here relates to the present disclosure, but not necessarily prior art. Here he is talking about what is happening, what is the technical standard at present. Playing or using a bat with single hand to strike this ball approaching. However, bat poses a number of drawbacks. So the drawbacks he has highlighted. And then he is saying why there is a need to, the problems have been enumerated. And he says that there is a need to overcome the set problems. Now he is giving you the solution. The object of present disclosure is a bat that requires less strength for hitting this. Another object of the present disclosure is a bat that can hit a ball which is directed out of reach of the batsman. And another one is decreases the possibility of injury, especially to the forehand and elbow. See, all these are the objects of the present disclosure. Please don't use the language of this. I'm showing you. And other complete specification has a better language. Then comes summary. Summary is the present invention relates to equipment used in the cricket and more particularly to bat to this. Then how summary is being written. See, first he has given the field and then he's talking about the invention access of two handles are. So this cricket bat has two handles. are oriented at angle to each other such that hands of the batsman are accommodated comfortably between the two handles. The inclination between two handles is typically maintained within 5 degrees to 20 degrees. Then risk of then he is talking about how the length can be varied as desired in order to suit the batsman's needs, enhances the ability to hit the balls and risk. So how invention is helping the batsman or the positive sides of the invention he has given. Then comes the brief description. Brief description of the drawing. Figure 1. This is what you use. Figure 1 illustrates whatever view you are talking about in accordance with the embodiment of the present disclosure. Figure 2, figure 3. Then list of reference numerals. Whatever the number he has used, he has given the reference number here. 100, whenever 100 is mentioned, it will be considered as double-handed bat. 10, if it is written, then have first handle. 20 will second handle. That's it. Please don't worry about this 10, 15, 20. This is the number of lines which he has used. This is a format of this. You don't have to use this 5, 10, 15, 20 in exam. Then comes detailed description. Then detailed description, whatever he has told, now he is describing all the detailed description. Now, what is embodiment? We have discussed that. What do you mean by embodiment of an invention? Husband. No answer. Jarin, what is an embodiment of an invention? When we are saying embodiment, what are we referring to?
So manifestation of the idea in physical world.
Yes, that's what. The invention can have different embodiment. The whatever you are manifesting in a physical world, that's called embodiment. Body. Embodiment is body. That is what idea which has got the body here. You can easily connect with that. Then comes C. Here he has again given that interpretation rules here. All this. When he is describing the bat 100, use first handle 10, second handle 20, blade 30. This is how you should write. If you are writing in description, this is how the drawings will refer. Now, technical advancement. This is a feature which is found mainly in the Indian drafting. People do tell the technical advancement, perhaps because of the inventive step, but it is not a necessary. And in examination, you don't have to write this. Then comes, this is the claim. See, I claim, then dots, then a cricket bat. This is the part of preamble. Just see, this is when I'm talking about a cricket bat. This is the preamble. Comprising is the transitional word, and then this is the body in which each element has been identified. Now, just for sake of understanding, a cricket bat comprising a blade defined by a body having a toe at one end and a soldier at another. Then a first handle extending from said shoulder. See, if you are claiming the elements, you cannot only claim the elements, you have to connect the elements. So first there are 3 elements, but bat comprising blade, first handle, wedges. Now all this should be connected also. A blade defined by a body having a toe at one end and a shoulder at other. A first handle extending from the shed shoulder. And a second handle extending from shed shoulder wherein the axis of the said first handle is inclined to the axis of the second handle. So I am providing the how it is 2 things are arranged with each other. So first is the blade, second is the handle, third is the wedges. Wedges are defined in shed shoulders for securing said first and second handles therein. How these 2 are related with the wedges. So this is how a claim should be drafted. And this is the structure in which the claim should be. There should be a preamble, there should be a transition element, and then there should be all the elements which are interconnected. Their interconnection should also be specified. Otherwise, this is like you are saying a pen comprising of cap, a rectangular body, and a nib. But how they are related, you have not told. That will not help. Then this is an independent claim because it is not dependent on anything. This is not referring anything, any other claim. All the claims which are referring any other claim, those are called dependent claims. For example, the cricket bat as claimed in claim 1. This is depending on this. And now it's saying another variation of what was told in the first claim. Then it says the cricket bat as claimed claim 1, wherein the length of first varies within 260 nm to 290 nm. This is also another variation. So that's how they are going for. Second, first, handle this, claim as this, axis of this, parallel to blade axis. So all different embodiments with different thing, or with an explanation they are claiming. Okay. Now, then you have to write the date. Then the name of the patent attorney. You will write XYZ, patent attorney, name, and then on the behalf of applicants. As applicant patent attorney, last to the controller of patents, the patent office at what? That's it. So this is the format which you will follow. Now the abstract. See, we understood that the complete specification should be followed by abstract, and abstract should start from first page, and abstract should have a title, a cricket bat. Same title has been repeated. Now, four things we discussed. It should have an invention. Then fourth other feature was field. Then problem. Then solution, and then use. See, it talks about the present invention relates to equipment used in sports and more particularly the cricket bat. This is the field comprising a first handle, a second handle, and a bat blade. This is the invention. The first handle is secured into a corresponding first base, and the second handle is secured in the second. Invention is being described. For ease of use, the first handle and second handle are spaced apart with their respective inclined at this. Till this, he has described the invention. Now he will talk about the one hand of a batsman family gives the first handle, while the other hand of a family gives the second handle. The two-handle cricket bat enables the batsman in hitting a ball directly at high speed in the desired direction with less strength. This is the improvement and reduces the chances of injury to the batsman due to impact of the shock getting divided between the two handles. So we got it. All things. The problem has also been discussed, as well as the solution and use. So this is how abstract was done. Now we said that if there is a drawing you are referring in the abstract, it should be mentioned here. This is a drawing referred. And we also said if there is a referral to any element which you are talking about, then that should be mentioned in abstract too. See, cricket bat is 100. 100 has been mentioned here. What is that? Sorry. Then first handle is 10. Then I'm talking about second handle, that is 20. Right? So first handle 10, second 20. Then he's talking about a bat blade 30. Then 30. Then first handle is secured first wedge. Then he's talking about the first wedge 31. Here is the first wedge. Okay. So similarly, if you are writing an abstract in the given question, if there is a figure which is being referred and the element as being referred, please use this drawings referral there also, so that it helps you. Your answer is complete. You are not missing any element. Then comes, see, we will go for the drawing sheet also. This is the drawing sheet. We understood at that time the drawing sheet should have name on the left side, number of sheet on the right hand side, sheet number, it should be sequentially numbered, sheet number 1, sheet number 2, sheet number 3, see, number of sheets, and sheet number 2 and sheet number 3. Right? This should be done. Then comes the entire figure should be there like this, and no word is being used except the figure 1. The entire labeling is in the name of numbers. Then please see Mohan Rajkumar Diwan. This is the name of attorney, and then applicant's patent attorney, signature, name and signature applicant on what corner? Right hand corner. So this is how drawings are submitted. Now, this is another complete specification illustration. This is in a very simple language. You can use this language in your exam also. Title of invention, mosquito attractor and killer for indoor use. So title is very clear what it is talking about, the subject matter as well as the use. So title, mosquito attractor and killer for the indoor use. Then applicant's name, nationality, address. Then comes preamble to the description. In preamble to description, we are talking about complete specification, same line as it is, with a heading, preamble to the description, complete specification, the following. This please copy as it is. Okay, now see the field of invention. The present invention relates to mosquito attracting and killing device. Specifically, the present invention relates to an improved mosquito attracting and killing device for the indoor use. So the title could have also been that improved mosquito attractor and killer. The present invention further relates to pheromone based mosquito attracting device where pheromone works as an emulator, emulating human prey for the mosquitoes. Now the background. See, here they are again talking about why mosquitoes killing is important. Then what are the several ways of controlling mosquitoes and what we use. The present invention based on human skin emanation. This. Then they are talking about which is dissipated from the device by means of evaporation. And then they are talking about the problem in this, that it may not be effective in terms of respiratory carrier since this. Then they are talking about why it is necessary. It is able to provide a mosquito coil which can overcome the above mentioned shortcomings. It is an improved model of evaporation apparatus that can be modified for existing traps. This is not merely a pheromone based device, but it is an improved pheromone based device. Now, then as we said, field, background, then object. Objects is clear. An improved pheromone based device, then pheromone based. So all the objects they have enumerated. Then come to summary. Summary of invention. Again, please read how summary has to be written. Is provided to introduce a selection of concepts. This is they have written a general understanding. Don't write this. Start with this. The present relates to this field, and then this is the field which they are relates to, and then they are talking about the embodiment. What we have done and how it will be beneficial. Then the last, there will be a use. See, which is useful. So now they are talking about the usefulness of here. Hold the apparatus for the enough time. This. So summary, you have to describe the field, a little bit of invention, and the use. That will help you in completing the summary. Then brief description, brief drawing, same. See, figure 1 is this, figure 2 is this, figure 3 is this, figure 4 is this. You can mention figures like this. Whatever is mentioned in the exam, just mention those figure. A list of figure will help you. Then comes the detailed description. This is a detailed description of the embodiment of the disclosure. Yes, though in practical, we draft it like that. However, when you are doing it, please do one thing, draft claim first and write those claims as it is in a running language in the description. That will help you in avoiding any type of comment like the claim is not being supported by the disclosure. And it will be fully in particular disclosure with respect to your claim which you have drafted. Because you will not be able to write this much in the exam.
Sir, can you repeat this last what you just said?
It is the claim should be drafted first. when you draft the claim, you identify the element. Now, see, claims are generally written in this format. There is a claim. It's taken on a claim. Proof of right, form 2, complete specification, declaration. I start up request for permission. See, claim are generally written like this, no? Carry-on based at mosquito attracting a killing device for indoor use consisting of, and then elements. And the device as claimed in claim 1, wherein. So this is the language. This is a legal language, you can say, for the claim drafting. However, this can be in, for example, in this also. See, this is written a cricket bag comprising, but you can directly write in running also, na? In your, when you are writing, you write running. This, I'm missing this. What do you call this mark? Colon, right? Column.
Colon,
Colon,
yes.
yes, colon is to write here, but don't write colon in when you are writing culling. You say a cricket bat, consisting of, or whatever you want to write, a cricket bat made up of having, you write a cricket bat having a blade defined by a body, exactly same thing, but in a running, not in this way, but in a running paragraph, like you write normally, right? Simply like description has been written. This is in a running paragraph. They are not breaking anything. Yeah, problem. Right. This is in a running paragraphs. So this is how you should write. Your description should look like this. Some problem. Okay. So why I'm asking is that you don't have that much time to write entire description, because what you are getting is the description. You cannot copy the entire thing in exam. So you focus on your claim, copy that claim in running format in description. You are happy. Your job is done. Okay. Now this is what it is. Yes. What I have to show. Yes. These are the two specific complete specification which I wanted to show you. I will share this. Yes. Yes. One more question which I always get is, should I go for drafting the earlier ones or not? See, before 2005, please don't touch anything. Don't go and solve those questions. Law has changed everything, and it has gone much of alteration than it was before 2005. So don't attempt questions before 2005 or from 2005. 2000, 2007, 2008, they are also not that relevant. The reason is simple. They had not crystallized on the how the question paper should be asked. 10, 11, 2013, you can see for drafting purposes actually, but they are very different from what is coming now. 10, 11, 13, if you go for, there will be a, let me just show you, it will be easy. 11. 11 question paper was like this. It says simple. Client meets you and provides you information below. You are required to draft a complete specification to file a patent. And this is entire invention in brief. Okay. Then example, and this is this. It is a little different than how it now comes. Now you get a specification and everything has been structured. It's much better that you focus on new format. Right, because earlier they used to give like this: client needs you and provider, you are required to draft a complete specification. The two complete specification you have to draft. Now start writing and identify the title and other things and complete it. However, this is more structured now when it comes to you. And I don't think it's going to change immediately now. So focus more on these kind of questions. So focus on after 16, 18, 22, 23. You will get from 16, 18, 22, 23, 4 each. So you will get almost 4, 16. 16 exercises, exam, what examiner has already asked. Exercises are discussed, drafting. Okay, this I will be discussing in next class. This is not that. See, the question paper which are now coming, if you look into it, they are nothing but extracts from the paper, the existing patent. So this is nothing, but there is an existing patent already there. When we are talking about this, there is an existing patent. We cannot create this diagram, right, for you. So this is an existing patent, and you have to start identifying this. The first exercise which you should start with is, see, there are 2 steps. I will suggest you go with that. I can provide you jumbled extracts like the patent office is doing in the exam. They give you a jumbled extract. The jumbled extract, in that jumbled extract, you have to identify all this title or field, all those specification requirements. You have to identify there. If you can identify that, then you are in a better position. If you can identify it from here to here, it is field. From here to here, they are talking of prior art. This. If I summarize it, I will get my objective. If I summarize this, I will get the summary part. So this is what you have to understand and write. For example, I'm discussing 2016 paper because it is easy to illustrate and easy to understand. In 2022, they have started jumbling more and changing a language a little bit. In 2022 and 2023, they have done that. They are changing changing the language in minor way, but it creates difficulty for you to identify the exact part. They can give one part up and one part later somewhere else, so that they can do. However, the good part is if you read it, you can easily identify what they are doing. Okay, so let's start with the first attempt. Let's attempt the title of this particular invention. Anyone read this? Can you read this? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Attempt the title. Tell me the title. You don't have to go anywhere than the first paragraph. You will get the title.
Sir, fertilizer composition.
You are close.
Fertilizer composition that contains viable facilious bacteria and decontaminated animal manure.
Can you be a little more brief? It's going to getting larger. Can you try to give a little brief?
Fertilizer consisting of viable bacillus bacteria and decontaminated animal manure.
Okay. Anything
So
else?
nitrate-based fertilizers.
So may I try?
Yes. Please.
So formulation and use of fertilizer composition containing bacillus bacteria.
Good, very good attempt. See,
Sir,
anything
one more
else?
attempt.
Any other title,
Sir, one more attempt.
please?
Sir, fertilizer composition capable of optimizing food plant production.
Yes, it's long. Can you just shorten it? You are very near to the good title. Very near. See, and let me suggest you, what you have said, nothing is wrong. It's correct because everyone has connected with the field. The field you have got. Now what I will like to suggest.
Sir, just I
Yes,
want
please.
to tell just only fertilizer compositions.
Only fertilizer composition. It's very short and it's not explaining, it's only going for the subject matter. It's not talking about the use. See, we said that title is better if it talks about the subject matter, but also tells about the use of part also. Or invention, very
Can it
little.
be
The invention is simple
economical?
here.
Then fertilizer composition for plant production. That's it.
All fertilizer are for plant production. How is your different title?
Or
Okay,
fertilizer
let me see.
compositions
You
for
all are
agriculture. Okay.
correct, ma'am. See, you all are stuck here. You are not going here. Read this.
Here.
Read this. The present invention attains this goal. What he's talking about? See, Amuchanji has correctly identified that capable of optimizing food plant production. How? But it was for minimum application rate and not degradation. So you can say eco-friendly fertilizer compositions. Or you can say fertilizer composition for optimized food production with minimum application rate. Still, it's bigger. So eco-friendly or soil-friendly fertilizer compositions. So this is how you are getting near to the invention. Nothing wrong. You can use a bigger one, but please see that you are addressing it completely. Okay, it's 2 marker and you will get 1 if you write fertilizer composition. Try to get 2. That's it. So this is one exercise. Now, can you identify in this which section is what? We are talking about, see, the invention is generally related to field of formulation. Which thing we got here? Which first thing we got here? Out of field, body, out of field, background. Which section is this? See, we studied, no?
Section 13. Section 13.
Section means what, sir? Like specification you are talking
In the
about?
format, in the specification part, which part is this? Just for
From
your easy
section 10 for rule 13 it will be.
No, don't go there. I'm not asking that.
I cannot get the questions.
Rule
Okay,
13.
I'm just telling you this.
Rule 13 section 10.
Preamble
See, what I am asking is,
or field
you are
of
drafting,
invention
no?
and use of
You are drafting which part of specification it is. Is it title, applicant, preamble, field of invention, background? Which is this first one?
field of invention and use of invention.
Sorry. Okay. Which is this? Field of invention, right? The first para is the field of invention.
Yes, sir.
Then it talks about prior task claims of biochemical fertilizer, but no mention in made of this. This is what? If you read it, you immediately get he's talking about background invention, right? Background of the invention. Correct.
Yes.
Then objective. General price technology by combining it and processing them in such a way to arrive this. This is they're talking about the summary. Present invention provides. The moment someone is writing the present invention provides such technology by combining unique ingredients and processing them. That means he is going to give you a summary of his invention. He is clearly telling the novelty of present invention relates to specific synergism between the various ingredients and processing technology that renders such ingredients functional. Right. So please see, when you are looking at now, when you are reading a any patent literature, try to identify this field of invention, prior art, background of invention, object of invention, summary of invention, and detailed description, as well as read the abstract. See, why am I saying is, if you start doing this exercise immediately, you will not get Indian applications. Reason is simple. Indian application follow that format and write this specifically. What you will get? You will get US applications or Japanese application translated one or a PCT filing. So you will get those. They don't follow this method. That's why it makes a good question for you. Now, I will just like to open this. For example, see this. In this, background of the invention, field of invention, description of the related. It's a little different than format we follow. A description of related art is nothing but the background. But if I remove this field of invention heading, you will not be able to identify. But there are various, you can say, various patent application where these headings are missing. Field of invention, description of related art, this is nothing but the background, the summary of invention, and then description and description of the preferred embodiment. So try to identify which words are being used and how you can identify that this is talking about field. The moment it takes the present invention relates to, if there is a relate, it's a field, 100%. Suppose I delete it because they are also very clever, right? They also know that you got to know how they are framing the question. So now they will relate it and they will say, in this invention, a unique method of an instrument for proposing to an individual by which proposer can righteously tout the uniqueness of the proposal. This is what they will write. So they will just modify the language and you will not able to see. For example, in this, say, 2022. Can you identify the title here? This chemical one. Don't worry that you cannot understand that. Just see. It becomes a little difficult here because they are not talking where the invention relates to what. But if you read and don't get prejudiced by the कि अरे ये तो chemical invention है, पढ़े नहीं आएगा, समझते ही नहीं है. If you don't go with that, you will see that they are talking about this substance and they are saying that the substance is relatively unstable. Diclofenac is unstable. Then they are talking about prior to this, aqueous diclofenac is again unstable. So they are talking about stability of a composition they want to create where the composition is stable. So then you can go for a stable composition of diclofenac and thiacolchicoside. That can be the heading. That can be the title. Okay. But this is your second step. Start with the first step. The first step is 2016. You answer it. The moment you start answering this kind of question and you develop a habit of identifying the part of a specification without reading the heading, you are one step ahead than others. Now, then you have to identify invention. Invention anywhere they write, they are always, you will use this kind of a word. Fertilizer composite plant production comprised of, right, preferably is, so preferably is embodiment. Other preferred composition means another embodiment they are talking about. Okay. So preferred composition invention are those wherein this is another embodiments which are there. So by language itself, if you start reading, you will start identifying. When we will be discussing the claim, you will understand there are certain words in the claim which help you identifying the invention itself in the specification. For example, this. See, let's talk about new and useful improvement in lawn sprinkler. This is a good example how US application is being used. This is an old US application when this concept of background field and other thing was not there. But all these things are present in this. See, invention relates to new and useful improvement in lawn sprinkler has its principal object. Can you please tell me the title for this? Hello?
Sprinkler operable by the pressure of water.
Sorry?
A sprinkler operable by water supply pressure.
Okay, but please try to simplify. See, this can have a very simple title.
Sir, traveling
Not-
lawn
Can
sprinkler.
you please zoom it a little because I'm not able to see. I think many of us are not able to see.
Is it fine now?
Yes, sir. Please zoom
A
it
little
up.
bit. Yeah, it is fine now.
Yes.
Little bit.
See, improved lawn sprinkler can be a title. What you have suggested, a lawn sprinkler propelled by this can also be a title. But the object rotates and wearing the propelling means operates the mechanically. Now object, you are getting all those objects here, right? So background, they are telling how it is different from the others. Figures, you just copy this in the drawing part and you are done with. Okay. And then abstract also, can you write for these two? Let's start with question 8. Can you write an abstract for this? See, invention you got to know. And then you have, that's why I'm saying if for abstract also, you have to identify only four things. Field, problem, solution, use, and the invention. If you got to know that, then write 10 words, one sentence, and you have got 50 words and you are done with it. Your abstract is complete. You don't have to go to 100 words. You finish it in 50 words, then also it happens. Now, I think it will be difficult for you in one go. So let me show you few abstract where this formula is being used, which I'm telling you. Okay, there is one site which you should all visit. This is Indian Patent Search System. You go there and you search. I have searched here fertilizer and also the bat. So let's go with the fertilizer one. Okay. I'm taking a little bit more time. I hope you all are not in hurry.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Problem,
It's
sir.
fine with you. No one is getting bored, no?
No, sir.
It's very important. By end of this class, you will be able to attend 20 marks. Title abstract, claim I'm leaving, specification, 10 marks, and here 18 marks, and then title abstract there also. So that's how around 30 marks, 28 to 30 marks you are going to get from this class. So I'm taking a little more time. Okay, now see, one question. What does this 202117 signifies? What does this mean? Can you know? Can you tell me
Yes.
which kind of application it is?
Yes, sir. 2021 is the year and one is that Calcutta, one is Delhi, and 7 for that convention national pheasant.
Yeah, PCT-NP phase.
Yeah, PCT, yes, yes. And that last visit for patent office.
You are correct.
Chick.
See, entire thing, what you have said is correct. This is a PCT-NP phase application. See the abstract. Very simple. They have not mentioned much. The invention provides a method for obtaining a granulated phosphate project as phosphorus source for direct use they have provided from the natural raw materials, a carbon source, a metabolic inducer of the phosphorus soluble microorganism. This is the abstract. Done with that. Okay. Now, if you go view application status, you can go see PCT national phase application. You have correctly guessed. Then it is a granted application. You go view document, you can see all the documents here. Whatever was submitted, including the form 1, proof of right, figure abstract, declaration of inventorship. If you have any doubt, you want to see declaration of inventorship, how it has happened, you can always go through this. Okay. This is one thing. Now comes, I was going to tell you, see, same thing, the claim should always be drafted like this, which consists of, this is a method, and method is drafted like this. We will discuss in the claim drafting class. Now comes bat. The same bat, this is the double handle cricket bat, which we have discussed. Let's go to portable handheld UV sterilization bat and read its abstract. Read. This invention is related to the field of electronics. Field has been told, and particularly ultraviolet light disinfection technology. Disinfection using chemicals like sodium hypochlorite can eliminate the risk of infection to some extent, but cannot be possible to use all the times on all the surface due to its nature, residue, and side effects. Problem in the parallel. So UVC light, which is short wavelength, inactivates viruses by damaging their RNA and DNA. We have told what solution is. It leaves no radiation. This is what they have said importance. It leaves no residue and can be used on almost all surfaces, including food, except medicinal composition. Next, in portable handheld UV sterilization bat. Now he's talking about his invention. The same technology is used to inactivate viruses. It is designed in such a way that it is handheld device and portable. It ensures the harmful UVC light is not exposed onto humans and pets, and also ensures that range of distance between objects and lamp. It has flexibility in optic orientation. See, so all your field, problem, solution, use, and invention part is covered. Now, I have also chosen this to show you that how this is a different application. The complete specification, you say, we claim it is not in a correct format, which is acceptable with us. It talks about direct, a portable handheld UV sterilization bat is a device. There is no transition element. There is no body. It is generally how people write. Why this mistake has happened? This mistake has happened because this has been drafted by the inventor himself. He has not taken this is a not that application, this application I'm showing you for the mistake people do. This is an ordinary mistake. The applicant was Mr. These are the inventors. They have not taken help of any. This is portable handheld UV sterilization bat, which we are discussing. Now, they have not taken help of any patent agent. No patent agent. And they have drafted the claim like this. We claim a portable handheld UV sterilization bat is a device assembled like a pen, has one germicidal, this. They received the objection because the claim was not in the right format. This was the objection. In FER, it was objected. Scope of claim is not clear and same is not in accordance with the description. As per requirement at 10.4, the description should be fully and particularly okay. And clarity, drafting of claim is not proper because the nature and scope of alleged invention cannot be clearly ascertained. A statement of claim should be revised and essential feature of invention should be brought in independent claim. So nothing is getting clear whether it is independent or not. So clarity and conciseness and other things, everything was asked. They have even suggested the structure as claimed in. Reference numeral should be provided. See, if you are not providing the reference numeral in the relevant diagram, then it will create a problem. So it gets an objection. Now, this is how it was redrafted with help of a patent attorney. See, whatever comprising, he took it out, made a new, and provided the reference again. This is how your claim should be drafted. There should be an independent claim, and then dependent claim should be, this is like that, as claimed in claim 1. So this is how it was redrafted and submitted. This claim was accepted. See, abstract was also clearly written. Same thing which we have read. Okay, disinfect you this, prior art and everything was. Now, and then they got the decision that they have proceed for the grant. It was granted. So idea of showing is that please keep your claims in the format which is being suggested. If you don't follow this format, in practical life also you will have a problem. However, in exam you will not get any mark. So focus on this. Please remember this format. I will be sharing this this to you. All those documents which I am shared. Session 7 will also be shared. Because of some editing problem, software corruption, I could not do that. I will do it. So this is the this is all for today's session. Do one thing. Please draft title and abstract, not claims. Title and abstract for all the 4 questions of 2016. 8, 9, 10, 11. In both, title and abstract has to be defined. Title and abstract. And one more thing you will do in the last 2 questions. Please try to identify the parts of the specification from which class to which they have done. You can directly see in the PDF itself, you can highlight with different colors and tell me that this is field, this I am identifying as a field, this I am identifying as the object, and this I am going to use in summary, and this I am going to use in detailed description. That's how, if you can identify, that will be the good exercise for you all. Please do that. And you can share your exercise with me. That's all for today's class.